How to Use the Power of Your Words for Victory and Fulfillment by Florence Scovel Shinn, 1938. Florence Scovel Shinn was a spiritual teacher and author. Her lectures on the power of positive thinking and positive affirmations helped many people overcome challenges and manifest the life of their dreams. Now let's explore Victory and Fulfillment by Florence Scovel Shinn. God's gift to man is power and dominion over his mind and affairs. By your word, you contact this power. Victory and fulfillment are two wonderful words. And since we realize that words and thoughts are a form of radioactivity, we carefully choose the words we wish to see crystallized. Life is a crossword puzzle. The right word gives you the answer. Many people are rattling off destructive words in their conversation. We hear people say, "I'm broke. I'm sick." Remember, by your words you are justified, and by your words you are condemned. You are condemned by them because they do not return void. Change your words, and you change your world, for your word is your world. You choose your food, and the world is now calorie conscious. People no longer eat buckwheat cakes, beefsteak, potatoes, pie, and 3 cups of coffee for breakfast. To keep down weight, they eat dry toast and orange juice. This is tremendous discipline, but they are working for results. Why not try a diet of the right words? For you are literally eating your words. That is the value of affirmations. You are deliberately building up a constructive idea in your consciousness. Your consciousness may be crammed and jammed with destructive ideas, but continually making a statement of truth, affirmation, will dissolve these negative thought forms. A person with a rich consciousness attracts riches. A person with a poor consciousness attracts poverty. These negative thought forms have been built up from your own vain imaginings. Perhaps as a child you were taught that life was hard, happiness fleeting, and that the world was cold and unfriendly. These ideas were impressed upon your subconscious, and you found things just as they were predicted. With a knowledge of truth, positive affirmations, all these external pictures may be changed, for they are only pictures, which change as your subconscious beliefs change. When I tell people about the power of the word, and that words and thoughts are a form of radioactivity and do not return void, they say, "Oh, is it as easy as that?" Many people like things difficult and hard to understand. Ask, believing, thou shalt receive. We know that our beliefs and expectancies are impressed upon the subconscious and carried out. We might say, if you ask, not believing, you will not receive. Faith creates expectancy. Repeat this affirmation every day to transform your life. All power is given unto me by my heavenly Father, to bring my heaven upon my earth. This infinite intelligence upon which man draws his supply is called your heavenly Father. The Father within, he is described as a kind, loving parent, desirous of pouring all good things upon his children. Fear not, little flock. It's your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. God's law is simply a law of love and goodwill. Do unto others as you would be done by. Any violation of God's law causes a short circuit. God is immutable law. I am the Lord, law. I change not. Divine ideas are immutable, not subject to change. What wonderful words! Immutable, not subject to change. A woman came to me filled with fears and forebodings. She said for years she had been pursued by the fear that even if she should receive the desire of her heart, something would happen to spoil it. I gave her the affirmation. The divine plan of my life is a perfect idea in divine mind and cannot be spoiled in any way. A great load of fear was lifted from her consciousness. For the first time in years, she had a feeling of joy and freedom. Know the truth. And the truth gives you a sense of freedom. Soon then comes the actual freedom on the external. This supreme intelligence is what man becomes one with when he speaks the word. This supreme intelligence awaits man's direction, but it must have right of way. Divine activity in your thinking brings health. There is only one disease, congestion, and one cure, circulation. Chronic negative thinking leads to congestion. Congestion and stagnation are the same thing. People say they have got into a rut. A new positive idea will take them out of a rut. We must get out of the rut of negative thinking. Take this affirmation. Divine love now dissolves and dissipates any wrong condition in my mind, body, and finances, and I am safe. A woman came to me for success in business. She said, "I have a shop, but it is usually empty. I do not bother to open it until late in the day. What's the use?" I replied, "There is indeed no use so long as you feel the way you do. You are keeping people away. Become enthusiastic over what you have to sell. Be enthusiastic about yourself. Be enthusiastic about the God power within you, and get up early to open your shop and be ready for the crowd." By this time, she was all wound up with divine expectancy. She dashed down to her shop as early as possible, and people were waiting outside and poured in all day. People often say to me, "Treat my business." I say, "No, I will treat you, for you are your business." Your quality of thoughts penetrates every article for sale and all the conditions connected with it. A woman told me of an answered prayer. Her son told her that he was going to Southern California on a business trip in his car. She read in the morning paper of a flood, and she immediately spoke the word for divine protection. She had a great feeling of security. She knew he would be protected. She soon heard from him, saying some business had interfered with his leaving, so he was detained. If he had left when he had expected, he would have been in the flood district. We become divinely enthusiastic about our answered prayers, which we call demonstration, for it means that we have demonstrated the truth and have been set free from some limitation. The 24th Psalm is one of the most enthusiastic of the many psalms of praise and thanksgiving. "Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in." Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. The gates and doors symbolize man's consciousness. As you are lifted up in consciousness, you contact the God within, and the King of glory comes in. This King of glory solves your problems, lifts your burdens, and fights your battles. The average person has a difficult time letting the King of glory come in. Doubt, fear, and apprehension keep the doors and gates locked against their good. A student told me of a situation which she attracted by negative thinking. She had been invited to a gathering of old and valued friends. It was of the utmost importance for her to be there. She was anxious to go, she said to herself repeatedly. "Oh, I hope nothing happens to interfere." The day of reception arrived, and she awoke with a terrific headache. At one time, she had been subject to these headaches going to bed several days, but she had not had one for many years. Her doubts and fears had attracted this disappointment. She called me up and said, "Will you please speak the word that I will be well by evening to go to the reception?" I replied, "Of course, nothing can interfere with God's plan." Later, she told me of her miracle. She said in spite of the way she felt, she prepared to go. She cleaned her jewelry, got her dress ready to wear, and attended to every detail, though she felt scarcely able to move. Very late in the afternoon, she said she had a peculiar sensation as of a fog lifting in her consciousness, and she was perfectly well. She went to the reception and had a wonderful time. I believe that the healing might have come more quickly had she not said, "I want to be well by tonight." We are continually limiting ourselves by our words, so not until evening was she perfectly well. By your word you are justified, and by your word you are condemned. A woman once said to me, "I love other people's affairs." She lived on gossip. Her conversation consisted of, "I was told," "I was given to understand," or "I heard." It is needless to say she is now paying her karmic debt. A great unhappiness has overtaken her, and everyone knows about her affairs. It is dangerous to neglect your own affairs and to take an idle curiosity in what others are doing. We should all be busily engaged in perfecting ourselves, but take a kindly interest in others. You will be kept busy enough perfecting your own life. You won't have time to run other people's affairs. With God, all things are possible. Let's end the chapter with some powerful affirmations. We divine enthusiasm. I bless what I have, and look with wonder at their increase. God is my everlasting supply, and large sums of money come to me quickly, under grace, in perfect ways. Divine love now dissolves and dissipates every wrong condition in my mind, body, and affairs, and I am safe. Divine love floods my consciousness with health, and every cell in my body is filled with light. I am now on the royal road of success, happiness, and abundance. All the traffic goes my way. My God is a God of plenty, and I now receive all that I desire, and more. I give thanks that the money which is mine by divine right now pours in and piles up under grace in perfect ways. I give thanks for my radiant health. I am rich, well, and happy, and everything in my life is in divine order. I see myself as God sees me, healthy, happy, and successful. I see myself as God sees me,